Hi everyone, and welcome to our very first episode of Case Closed. My name is Alyssa Fodera, and in this brand new podcast powered by EIC Agency, we'll be going over some of our clients' case studies. We'll be discussing the problems they faced, the strategies we used, as well as how we resolved it. Each episode will be pretty short and to the point, but trust me, we have a lot of great stories to tell. So our first episode, we have Dustin here with us, and we're going to be discussing Power of Our Sun, which is a solar company located right here in the Valley. So Dustin, what was the first problem that they faced when they came to you?
Yeah, so they were dealing with really running ads on Facebook, and it was working well for months and even years. But they eventually got to the point where they were seeing a diminishing return, and essentially what happened was more and more solar companies started getting on Facebook. The thing is, with all these ad platforms like Google and Facebook and everything, the more advertisers that there are, the costs go up to reach people. Been a huge swing in Facebook ads. Everyone's doing them now. And so they were just seeing their cost per lead go up. The leads that were coming in weren't as qualified, and so they weren't making as much margin and profits. So they're really trying to look for someone that can help them out, diversify their ad strategy, and ultimately just bring in more qualified leads.
Great. Okay. So what kinds of things did you guys do to implement this?
Yeah, so there was kind of two different things that we did with our approach. One was get them off of Facebook. There was another agency who was running their Facebook. And so where we saw a huge area of opportunity is Google. And this is something we've seen not just with solar, but other industries as well, is everyone's putting their time and attention into Facebook and just kind of overlooking the Google side of things. The intent is there, and so we launched on Google search. So really, anyone that's looking for solar, and any homeowner, we can identify homeowners that they're searching for solar installers, solar companies, all those fun keywords, and got them to the top of Google. The biggest hesitation at first was that the cost per click was expensive, but what we tried to communicate was that it might be more expensive on the click, but these people are looking for solar, so the amount of leads that are gonna come in, or that cost per lead, is going to be cheaper than Facebook. And so once we got traffic coming into the landing pages, we then tried to create a top of mind awareness by driving retargeting. And so kind of dive a little bit deeper in that. Someone sees an ad, they click, get to the landing page, they either call or fill out a form, but if they don't, we're going to follow them around on YouTube with banner ads and continue to show that how much money they could save and keep the brand top of mind. And so with this, really, it's just more channels got folded in, and we were going after intent rather than where everyone else was at, like on Facebook.
Right. Okay. So what was the overall outcome of the strategy?
That's a great question. And the overall outcome was compared to Facebook, we were able to drop their cost per lead by 60-70%. And so that's huge. I mean, they were getting a lot more leads with the same budget. And I guess one thing that we also folded in was automation, automated scheduling. And so what people would do before is, as a lead came in, they would have a call center that would call, hey, can we set up an appointment? They finally said yes, and then they do an in-home appointment. We automated all of that so that as soon as a lead came in, we had emails and texts that went out, had scheduling links that was tied to all their sales reps' calendars, and basically made a more efficient process. Really, the consumer loves this because now they're not having to wait for a phone call to come in, and when that phone call does come in, you're either eating dinner or you get interrupted. And so they're missing out on tons of opportunities. So by hitting on the intent and automating it, we're able to bring down the cost per lead by well over 70%. And even then the conversion rate from lead to sale improved greatly, I think right around 30-40%. And so really what it came down to was the cost per sale. Everyone gets caught up in cost per click, cost per lead, but ultimately how much money is leaving their pocket in order to make a sale happen. And we impacted that by 30-40%.
Well, Dustin, thank you so much for being our very first guest on Case Closed. If you want to see how we can do something like this for you, click the button below and we can set up some time to chat.